His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa received a secure palace senior participants in the King Hamad Forum for Justice, hosted by the Kingdom of Bahrain under royal patronage, to greet His Majesty the King. At the beginning of the reception, His Majesty welcomed the guests and thanked them for their attendance and participation in this important event. His Majesty the King then delivered the following speech on the occasion.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أصحاب السعادة الأفاضل، إنه لمن دواعي السرور أن نرحب بهذا الحضور الدولي المتميز من رواد الفكر القانوني والعدلي بمناسبة تنظيم منتدى الملك حمد للعدالة، الذي تتوافق أهدافه مع تطلعات مملكة البحرين وسعيها إلى ترسيخ سيادة الحق والعدل والحرية في عالمنا. وهي قيم إنسانية نعدها جوهراً أصيلاً لما نؤمن به ونعمل من أجله، إعلاءً لروح التآخي والتعايش بين شعوب الأرض كافة. وننتهز فرصة لقائنا بكم لنعرب عن فخرنا بتدشين محكمة البحرين التجارية الدولية، التي نعتبرها خطوة تاريخية في مسيرة تطوير منظومتنا العدلية، المجسدة لقناعة بلادنا بأهمية الانفتاح ومد جسور التعاون وحرصها المتواصل على تثبيت مكانتها كمركز دولي لحل النزاعات التجارية العابرة للحدود. وكلنا أمل في أن تؤدي هذه المحكمة المتخصصة بوصفها آلية فعالة لحل النزاعات التجارية دورها الكامل في مساندة مجتمع الأعمال العالمي من خلال محكمة تتحدث لغة الأطراف المعنية وتتفهم احتياجاتهم، وتعمل على تعزيز سيادة القانون وترسيخ العدالة المستقلة والمحايدة، بما يسهم في تحقيق أهداف التنمية المستدامة ودعم استقرار التجارة الدولية وازدهارها. فالأمن القانوني برأينا هو المظلة التي تنطلق في ظلها الأسواق الحديثة بثقة واستدامة، وتحفظ من خلالها الحقوق والحريات ومصالح الأفراد والمؤسسات. ونود بهذه المناسبة أن نشيد بالتعاون البناء مع جمهورية سنغافورة الصديقة، الدولة الرائدة في مجال المحاكم التجارية الدولية المتقدمة، التي مثلت تجربتها المتميزة مصدر إلهام ومنطلقاً لتبادل الخبرات في إنشاء محكمة البحرين التجارية الدولية. ومن دون شك فإن هذا التعاون دليل على قوة العلاقات الثنائية بين البلدين، وينطلق من رغبة مملكة البحرين الأكيدة في الاستفادة من التجارب الناجحة المعززة لتنافسيتها الدولية والمتسقة مع رؤيتها الوطنية وهويتها الثقافية. وفي الختام نتوجه بجزيل الشكر والتقدير إلى كل من أسهم في إنشاء هذه المحكمة، مؤكدين أن البحرين ماضية في جهودها نحو التطوير الشامل المواكب لتطورات العصر، وبما يعزز دورها كمركز دولي لخدمة العدالة وسيادة القانون، مع خالص تمنياتنا للمنتدى بالتوفيق والنجاح. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
At the end of the meeting, the guests expressed thanks and gratitude to His Majesty the King for his generous hospitality and warm welcome, and for Bahrain's hosting of the King Hamad Forum for Justice, and for its excellent preparation and organisation, as well as for all the facilities provided to ensure its success. They praised the Kingdom's achievements under the leadership of His Majesty the King in terms of significant cultural development and comprehensive accomplishments, as well as the prosperity and development at all levels. They expressed their appreciation for Bahrain's values of tolerance, human coexistence and harmony among all peoples, thanks to the wise approach of His Majesty. They wish the Kingdom further progress and development. The Royal Court announces that His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa will be at the forefront of those receiving His Majesty Sultan Ibrahim, son of the late Sultan Iskandar, King of Malaysia, upon his arrival in the country tomorrow on a state visit to the Kingdom of Bahrain. During the visit, His Majesty Sultan Ibrahim will hold talks with His Majesty the King, which will cover the strong relations between the two countries, as well as the latest regional and international developments. The Royal Court takes this occasion to welcome the distinguished guest and his accompanying delegation, wishing His Majesty a pleasant stay in the Kingdom of Bahrain. On behalf of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, attended the inauguration ceremony of the King Hamad Lecture for Neutral Justice, held at the Isa Cultural Centre, in the presence of several senior officials.
حرس الشرف السلام الوطني سلام قف حرس الشرف كتان سلاح كراسي
At the ceremony, His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister delivered the following address.
Your Honours, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests. On behalf of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, it is my honor to welcome you to the King Hamad Lecture for Neutral Justice, a first-of-its-kind dialogue dedicated to advancing the principles of fairness and impartiality. Today marks a defining moment for Bahrain with the launch of the Bahrain International Commercial Court and the introduction of Global Justice Bay, a new hub positioning Bahrain as a center for dispute resolution and international legal collaboration. Allow me to begin with a word of gratitude to our partners and friends from the government and judiciary of Singapore, in particular Chief Justice Menon and his team. Your collaboration has been central to making this day possible. We are deeply grateful for your friendship and your faith in what we are building together. I would also like to acknowledge the unwavering dedication of our judges, legal experts, and officials whose collective efforts have transformed this vision into a reality. Dear guests, every thriving economy rests on a single invisible foundation: trust. Trust, in turn, rests on justice. And justice is rendered through strong institutions. It is institutions, therefore, not rhetoric, that ensure markets remain fair, disputes are resolved peacefully, and that the rule of law is upheld when the world seems uncertain. When Bahrain began this program, our goal was simple: to build a system that upholds integrity and delivers justice efficiently. The Bahrain International Commercial Court stands on three simple ideas. First, that justice enables prosperity. Some say that law and commerce exist in tension, that regulation constrains enterprise, but experience shows the opposite. Trade does not flow where contracts are uncertain. Investment does not endure where law is unpredictable. And prosperity cannot last where trust is absent. The rule of law is not a brake on economic growth, it is its engine. Second, that independent institutions command trust. This court will operate as an independent body. Its judges will come from Bahrain and from some of the world's most respected jurisdictions. Its independence is not just a structural feature, it is a statement of intent. It means that justice here will be seen to be fair, impartial, and rooted in principle. And it means that Bahrain's reputation and that of our region will grow stronger with each fair decision rendered. Finally, and third, that justice must adapt to the age we live in. The world's economy is digital, fast-moving, and deeply interconnected. Disputes cross borders as easily as data does. Our legal systems must therefore be agile, adopting technology, streamlining processes, and ensuring that the delivery of justice keeps pace with innovation. The Bahrain International Commercial Court has been designed to combine the precision of law with the speed of modern business. It will serve both regional and international enterprises with efficiency and transparency. Distinguished guests, for centuries, our islands have been a crossroads of trade, a place where merchants met, ideas converged, and trust was the currency of exchange. This court is a continuation of that story. Bahrain's openness extends beyond culture and commerce. It is embedded in our legal and institutional frameworks, and it signals to the world that Bahrain is ready to play its part in shaping a more predictable and just global trading system. Of course, there is no end point on this journey, just another step. We will continue to invest in our judiciary, in our legal education, and in the partnerships that sustain excellence. We will continue to reform, to team, and to innovate, because justice demands relevance. And we will continue to engage internationally, confident that Bahrain's example can inspire progress well beyond our borders. Bahrain now has another pillar of strength, and the many efforts that went into making this a reality have helped build an institution that we hope will serve generations to come. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
In his address at the King Hamad Lecture, the Honourable, the Chief Justice Suresh Menon, Chief Justice at the Supreme Court of Singapore, outlined that the launch of the Bahrain International Commercial Court, a BICC, marks a historic milestone in institutional justice. The Chief Justice commended the visionary leadership of His Majesty the King in strengthening the rule of law and fostering a justice system rooted in neutrality and independence. He also highlighted the strategic partnership between Bahrain and Singapore, which led to the establishment of the BICC in collaboration with the Singapore International Commercial Court. The Chief Justice commended Bahrain's standing as a regional legal and commercial hub, noting its expanding role in supporting cross-border dispute resolution and international legal cooperation. He further elaborated that neutral justice rests on three key pillars: geographical neutrality, institutional independence and procedural agility. He affirmed that the BICC embodies these principles through its transparent legal environment, distinguished multinational bench and implementation of the best global practices in commercial adjudication. He concluded by expressing appreciation to His Royal Highness and to the Council for International Dispute Resolution of Bahrain for the support of this landmark initiative. Chief Justice Manona also stated that the BICC stands today as a beacon of justice and a pillar for a more stable, rules-based international commercial order. The King Hamad Forum for Neutral Justice brought together a distinguished group of judges, government officials, international legal experts and commercial practitioners from more than a dozen countries to discuss the impact of new international courts on trade and investment innovations in cross-border dispute resolution and Bahrain's vision to strengthen its role as a regional hub for commercial justice and global legal collaboration. The BICC will play a pivotal role in advancing these objectives by resolving disputes in accordance with the highest international standards and best practices in cooperation with leading international commercial courts and by promoting the use of modern dispute resolution mechanisms in cross-border trade. Through these efforts, the court will build global confidence in Bahrain's judicial system and further cement the kingdom's position as a trusted centre for commercial justice and legal innovation. For more on this topic, we are now joined in the studio by journalist and writer Baria Alameddine. Hello and welcome.
Thank you.
His Royal Highness, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, emphasised in his speech today that the Bahrain International Commercial Court is based on three fundamental pillars: justice, independence and keeping pace with the modern digital age. How do these pillars contribute to strengthening the Kingdom of Bahrain's position as a regional centre for commercial dispute resolution and legal cooperation?
Thank you for your question and for having me here, Keith. I actually, when I was coming here, I was thinking that in the last 2 years, 3 years, I must have come here quite a few times to attend conferences that aim solely at peace and bringing people together, having social cohesion. And of course, justice is one of the most important things after the Manama dialogue, where we discussed politics and intelligence, etc. And I said, oh, wow, you know, to be able to be here and attend this conference. Of course, this is the first of its kind. Court in the Arab world and in the Gulf, and listening to His Majesty the King and to His Royal Highness Prince Salman, both emphasizing how important this is. You can't have good commerce, you can't have a good sound economics if you do not have justice for people who actually engage in these activities. And in this part of the world, this is so much needed. Many people don't understand the culture, or they come and they don't know. I think this is going to bring a lot of investment to Bahrain, a lot of investment to the Gulf and to the wider region as such. And indeed, it will be a center that is talked about in the whole wide world, that this is coming to a small, loving island like Bahrain. It has to contribute. And also, I think what His Royal Highness Prince Salman, he gave a very comprehensive speech where he laid down the foundations of such a court and the independence of such a court, and also using the latest technology. You know how we are living in the age of AI, where you need to innovate and you need to learn, and so this is a very welcome step by Bahrain, I suppose.
Can we consider these pillars to be real guarantees of the court's independence and ensuring impartiality and judgments and transparency of procedures?
Absolutely. I think also, again, the Crown Prince emphasized the independence, and also having judges not only from Bahrain but from all over the world. And these are judges that are renowned. They have unbelievable reputation. They have very good experience. This is not a local court. This is an international court, and it's a court that, if my understanding is correct, that will have an office also in London, which is a hub for justice. I just want to tell you, in this world today, we definitely need justice. In the commercial world and in every kind of world, as you know, the world is not an easy place, it's not the most peaceful place. So justice is not only needed, but demanded.
Barry Al-Madeen, thank you so much for joining us.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
I have recently been appointed as a judge of the Bahrain International Commercial Court. And I think being here has been one of the most stupendous experiences of my life. I think the manner in which the Bahrain International Commercial Court has collaborated with the Singapore International Commercial Court and put together an institution of excellence in the field of global justice and neutral justice is something which is overwhelming. I'm proud to be a part of this, and I hope that I will be able to lend myself and my exercises and my diligence in the process of delivering this in the best possible efficient way. The regional institutions, the diversity, and the fact that gender itself has also been taken in a very big way in the Bahrain International Commercial Court, with 7 women judges being appointed amongst the 18, I think is a tremendous exercise.
So as an international disputes lawyer, I'm involved in resolving disputes between international corporations or international governments. And it's wonderful to be able to have a new forum, the Bahrain International Commercial Court, for the resolution of disputes. When you have parties from different countries, different jurisdictions, they need a neutral forum in which to meet and receive the justice of their commercial disputes. And now they have another choice here in Bahrain.
Bahrain is showing great leadership by establishing an international commercial court. It's only the second such court in the world, the first one being the one established about 10 years ago in Singapore. And Bahrain now has a special agreement, a relationship with Singapore, which allow the courts to recognize each other's judgments, and the Singapore court to function as a court of appeals for the Bahraini International Commercial Court. It's a momentous occasion. Bahrain's showing real leadership, and I hope that Bahrain's function as a neutral island, sort of a Switzerland in the Middle East, will be fulfilled by the creation of this court.
His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, in celebration of Bahraini Doctors' Day, met the Chairman of the Supreme Council of Health, Lieutenant General Dr. Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, the President of the Bahrain Medical Society and its Board of Directors. His Royal Highness highlighted that the achievements of Bahraini medical professionals continue to advance the Kingdom's comprehensive development, led by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. His Royal Highness stressed the steadfast commitment and contributions of Bahraini doctors reflect the values that globally distinguish the Kingdom's medical workforce. His Royal Highness expressed appreciation to Bahraini doctors for their ongoing service to the Kingdom, noting that their professionalism and dedication represent values that strengthen the Kingdom's progress. His Royal Highness also congratulated the Chairman and the members of the Board of Directors of the Bahrain Medical Society on their recent appointments, wishing them success in advancing the Kingdom's aspirations. His Royal Highness commended the efforts of medical professionals in further strengthening the healthcare sector and supporting its ongoing development, highlighting the importance of fostering an environment that allows doctors to enhance their skills and contribute to research. His Royal Highness noted that their efforts are essential to advancing the quality of healthcare services and ensuring the sector continues to meet the highest international standards. For their part, the Chairman of the Supreme Council of Health and the President of the Bahrain Medical Society expressed their gratitude for His Royal Highness's dedication to developing Bahrain's health sector and supporting Bahraini medical professionals to achieve the Kingdom's development goals. The Minister of the Prime Minister's Court, His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, and the Minister of Finance and National Economy, Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, along with several officials, also attended the meeting. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, met with the 11th intake of the Prime Minister's Fellowship Programme at Qadabia Palace. His Royal Highness highlighted the Kingdom's commitment to empowering the national workforce and creating more opportunities for Bahraini citizens, furthering the Kingdom's comprehensive development led by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. His Royal Highness extended congratulations to the newly selected 11th intake of the Prime Minister's Fellowship Programme. His Royal Highness wished them every success in the programme and urged the Fellows to make the most of this valuable experience. His Royal Highness affirmed the Kingdom's commitment to developing the national workforce and broadening opportunities, strengthening the creativity and innovative skills. His Royal Highness also emphasised the vital role of the national workforce in advancing government work streams and achieving the Kingdom's aspirations. His Royal Highness expressed pride in Team Bahrain's successes and unwavering determination, whose ambition and passion for excellence have consistently advanced the Kingdom's comprehensive development. For his part, the members of the 11th intake expressed their gratitude for His Royal Highness's commitment to national workforce and empowering employees to contribute to the Kingdom's progress. The members also expressed their pride in being selected as Prime Minister's Fellows and reiterated their commitment to channeling their efforts towards fulfilling the Kingdom's aspirations. The Minister of the Prime Minister's Court, His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, and the Minister of the Cabinet Affairs, Hamad bin Faisal Al Malki, also attended the meeting. His Royal Highness Crown Prince, Deputy Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces and Prime Minister, Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the National Security Advisor, Royal Guard Commander and Secretary General of the Supreme Defence Council delegated Lieutenant General His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa to inaugurate the third edition of the Arab International Cybersecurity Conference and Exhibition, which has been held this year in strategic partnership with DEFCON for the first time in the region. The opening ceremony was attended by the Southern Governor, His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Ali bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, the Deputy National Security Advisor and Deputy Secretary General of the Supreme Defence Council, Sheikh Khalid bin Ali Al Khalifa, the CEO of the National Cybersecurity Centre, Sheikh Salman bin Mohammed Al Khalifa, and a number of ministers and senior officials. On the occasion, His Highness affirmed that Bahrain's hosting of this year's conference and its strategic partnership with DEFCON, one of the most prominent conferences specialising in cybersecurity, represents a qualitative step that reflects international confidence in the position that Bahrain has come to occupy as leading centre in its vital sector at the regional and international levels.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أصحاب السمو والمعالي والسعادة الحضور الكريم، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. انطلاقا من الرؤية الملكية السامية لحضرة صاحب الجلالة الملك حمد بن عيسى آل خليفة ملك البلاد المعظم حفظه الله ورعاه، في جعل مملكة البحرين مركزا إقليميا للابتكار والتميز العلمي والتقني، يسعدني أن أرحب بكم جميعا في النسخة الثالثة من المؤتمر العربي والدولي للأمن السيبراني AICS 2025. ويشرفني أن أنقل إليكم تحيات سيدي صاحب السمو الملكي الأمير سلمان بن حمد آل خليفة ولي العهد رئيس مجلس الوزراء حفظه الله ورعاه، الذي يؤكد دوما على أن التحول الرقمي ليس خيارا ترفيهيا بل ضرورة استراتيجية لضمان المستقبل وتحقيق التنمية المستدامة. التحدي الجديد بين الذكاء الاصطناعي والأمن الوجودي، ويشهده العالم اليوم متسارعا بشكل غير مسبوق في التغيرات التقنية، حيث تتجاوز التهديدات السيبرانية حدود الأنظمة التي إلى التأثير على الاقتصادات والمجتمعات والعقول. السؤال الذي يجب أن نطرحه على أنفسنا اليوم هو: هل نتعامل مع الأمن السيبراني كخدمة أم كسيادة وطنية رقمية؟ إن تصاعد قدرات الذكاء الاصطناعي واختراق سلاسل الإمداد واستهداف البنى التحتية الحيوية يفرض علينا إعادة تعريف مفهوم الأمن نفسه. هل يكفي أن نحمي بياناتنا أم يجب أن نصون ثقتنا في التقنية التي باتت تدير حياتنا؟ رؤية مملكة البحرين من الحماية إلى التمكين. في هذا المنطلق تؤمن البحرين أن الأمن السيبراني ليس فقط جدار حماية، بل منظومة تمكين تقود الابتكار. إن بناء الوعي المجتمعي وتبادل الخبرات وتطوير الكفاءات كلها عناصر تصنع اقتصاداً رقمياً آمناً ومزدهراً. لكننا نحتاج أن نسأل أنفسنا بجرأة: هل نحن نعد أبنائنا ليكونوا مستهلكين للتقنية أم صناعاً لها؟ وهل نملك البنية الفكرية التي تواكب سرعة الخوارزميات؟ فعلى هذا المؤتمر أن يأتي بتنظيم، وشكراً بتنظيم من المركز الوطني للأمن السيبراني وبشراكة استراتيجية غير مسبوقة على مستوى المنطقة مع مؤتمر ديفكون، ليكون منصة للتكامل بين الخبرة الدولية. وسيشارك في المؤتمر نخبة من قادة الفكر والخبراء لاستعراض أحدث الحلول والتقنيات وبحث أسئلة مصيرية حول مستقبل الأمن السيبراني والذكاء الاصطناعي. إنها فرصة ليس فقط لتبادل المعارف، بل لصياغة رؤية عربية موحدة للأمن الرقمي، رؤية تعيد تعريف السيادة في عصر البيانات. رسالتنا إلى المشاركين: أدعو كل خبير ومشارك هنا أن يغادر المؤتمر بسؤال لا بإجابة: كيف نخلق ثقة رقمية مستدامة؟ كيف نوازن بين الابتكار والحماية؟ وكيف نضمن أن الذكاء الاصطناعي يبقى أداة للبشر لا بديل عنهم؟ وفي الختام أتوجه بجزيل الشكر والتقدير لجميع المتحدثين والمنظمين والمشاركين، وأدعو الله أن يكلل جهود هذا المؤتمر بالتوفيق والنجاح، وأن يجعله جسراً للتعاون نحو فضاء سيبراني أكثر أماناً وابتكاراً وإنسانية. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
The conference will witness the signing of a number of agreements and memoranda of cooperation between the participating entities in a step aimed at enhancing regional and international cooperation in the development of cyber policies and programmes, in addition to launching new initiatives to build national capacities and empower young talents in cybersecurity.
We came here today to exhibit our solutions and shed the lights on the products that we do. We have strategic partnerships with important companies such as the Cyber National Security Agency, Beyond Cyber company as well. We have identified the need for the cyber intelligence existence in thorough inside the kingdom and outside also when it comes to the GCC companies.
In terms of participation in this region, also in Bahrain, it is not something new. I have been involved from the beginning of the AICS on the first edition, and this is the third edition which I have attended. And I can see that the growth and also in terms of how the event getting bigger and bigger. And for example, this year, Bahrain collaborate with DEFCON in organizing many, I would say, event, training, etc. And at the same time, I can see that a lot of more companies participating here, including one company even. I have one company that in Bahrain now recently have planned to set up office, already had a small office, started already in Malaysia. That shows the collaboration between Malaysia and the countries in this region, including in Bahrain.
When we are talking about cybersecurity incidents, of course what is happening in the region is affecting the cybersecurity domain and the technology as a general. But alhamdulillah, with the skills and with the people and with the support from the top government entities, we are seeing the results in these years.
And I've been here invited to be a speaker in this event. I'm very thankful, very grateful. This is an amazing event that we're going to have the top of the best, the experts. So this is a really good vision of the government of the Kingdom of Bahrain. And it's amazing that this region is taking the leadership in that.
ITU is very proud to participate alongside the Kingdom of Bahrain, the National Cybersecurity Center here in Bahrain, in this third edition of the conference and the event. We're proud to have our training on the sidelines of the event. The event has also attracted quite a number of people from the region. which again enriches the global cooperation, the regional cooperation, and also the strategic partnership between the different entities.
The Supreme Council of Health Chairman, Lieutenant General Dr. Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, praised the progress of the health sector in Bahrain under the leadership of His Majesty the King, with the support of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister. On Bahraini Doctors' Day, the Chairman affirmed that the developments in the healthcare system reflect ongoing efforts to improve the quality of healthcare and enhance its efficiency. He praised the efforts of Bahraini doctors and all health professionals in the public and private sectors, expressing pride in their dedication, high professional competence and active role in supporting the comprehensive development process. The Chairman emphasised that Bahraini doctors are one of the cornerstones of the national health system and are key to ensuring the quality of services in the healthcare sector. He pointed out that celebrating Bahraini Doctors' Day is an important milestone in recognising and appreciating the continuous contributions made by doctors in serving the community. The Chairman affirmed Bahrain's Council's keenness to support national talent in the medical field by promoting continuous training and qualification programmes in line with the best international practices. He pointed out that one of the most notable achievements in this field is the launch of the Bahrain Board, reflecting the progress made in medical training and enhances the quality of education and professional qualifications of doctors. The Minister of Health, Dr. Jalila Hassan, expressed pride in Bahraini Doctors' Day, which is a tribute to those who have dedicated themselves to serving the nation and society. She noted that Bahraini doctors have proven their competence, excellence and being a fundamental pillar of the advanced healthcare system that Bahrain is proud of. She noted that through their efforts and dedication, Bahrain has continued its progress among leading countries in the quality of its healthcare services, solidifying a strong reputation for Bahraini medicine in regional and international forums. She added that Bahraini doctors are the first line for defence for their human health and a model of dedication, humanity and professionalism. She pointed out that the Ministry places supporting and empowering doctors at the forefront of its priorities by developing a healthy work environment and enhancing skills, which contributes to achieving the Sustainable Health Development Goals. The Minister of Transportation and Telecommunications, Dr. Sheikh Abdullah bin Ahmed Al Khalifa, received Senior Minister of State for Law and Transport of Singapore, Mural Pillai. They discussed ways to enhance cooperation and exchange expertise between the two countries in the fields of transportation, communications and logistics. The Minister emphasised the depth of relations between Bahrain and Singapore and their continuous development across various sectors. He noted the Ministry's keenness to strengthen cooperation and exchange successful experiences to achieve common interests and support the goals of sustainable development in the transportation sector. Pillai expressed appreciation to Bahrain for its constructive cooperation in strengthening bilateral relations. He commended Bahrain's development in the transportation and communication sectors and affirmed his country's keenness to deepen cooperation and expand future partnerships between the two nations. The Minister of Justice, Islamic Affairs and Waqf, Nawaf Al-Muada, received Senior Minister of State of Law for Transport of Singapore, Mural Pillai. The Minister praised the depth of the friendly relations between Bahrain and Singapore and the continuous progress witnessed in all fields. The two sides reviewed aspects of joint cooperation in the field of judicial development, alternative dispute resolution methods in commercial and investment disputes, modernisation of judicial support agencies and the use of digital technologies. In an interview at a Bahrain radio studio, the Minister of Information, Dr. Ramzan bin Abdullah Al Nuaimi, affirmed that the media sector has witnessed an unprecedented development during the prosperous era of His Majesty the King, including the radio, which has undergone a qualitative shift and extensive development. The Minister of Information also referred to the care and attention that the radio's received from the leaders of the Kingdom of Bahrain since the launch of the first radio broadcast in the 1940s. "85 years ago, the first radio broadcast in the Gulf region was launched from the heart of Bahrain, with radio becoming the voice and living memory of the nation and a source of awareness and culture for generations." More in this report.
85 years ago, the first radio broadcast in the Arabian Gulf region was launched from the heart of Bahrain, a voice that carried a noble message of serving the community and spreading awareness, and remained a witness to the progress of a nation moving forward with confidence and renewed vision.
باسمه تعالى وعلى بركات منه نفتتح دار إذاعة البحرين اللاسلكية. هذه الدار التي ستحمل كلمتنا إلى العالم العربي والإسلامي.
Over the decades, successive generations of broadcasters have created a strong national voice that expresses the pulse of the streets and paves the way for cultural and social awareness. Based on authentic values of unity, tolerance, and coexistence, and believing in the role of media in strengthening national identity and preserving the cultural heritage of Bahrain. Thanks to the continuous care and constant attention of the esteemed leaders of Bahrain, since the first broadcast during the reign of the late His Highness Sheikh Hamad bin Isa bin Ali Al Khalifa and continuing into the reign of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. The radio station has become a long-standing media institution combining authenticity and innovation and continuing its mission with professionalism and efficiency. Today, the radio station continues to perform its noble mission with confidence and creativity. Multiple platforms, renewed content, and programs that touch people's lives and open windows to the world, led by media professionals from the country who embody the values of leadership and carry the torch of Bahrain voice into the future.
The Minister of Information, Dr. Ramzan bin Abdullah Al Nuaimi, chaired the second meeting of the Permanent Committee of the Gulf Radio and Television Festival held in Bahrain. The Director General of the Gulf Radio and Television Organisation, Majri Mubarak Al Ghattani, along with representatives of the member states of the GCC, attended the meeting. The meeting reviewed the latest updates on preparations for organising the 17th edition of the festival and discussed the agenda, which included a range of initiatives and programmes such as intellectual seminars, workshops and specialised exhibitions in radio and television production. Dr. Al-Nuaimi commended the role of the Gulf Radio and Television Festival in supporting media cooperation among GCC countries. He noted that the festival's continuity reflects the spirit of Gulf cooperation aimed at advancing the media sector and developing a modern framework that keeps pace with rapid technological and creative developments in the field. Injaz Bahrain celebrated its 20th anniversary at Raffles Al Ain Palace under the patronage of the chairperson of Injaz Bahrain, Her Highness Sheikha Hesed bint Khalifa Al Khalifa. The event honoured key supporters and partners who have driven the organisation's mission of youth empowerment since its founding in 2005. Over 2 decades, Injaz Bahrain has reached more than 1.1 million students across 350 schools and universities, supported by over 20,000 volunteers. The celebration also marked the opening of Injaz Bahrain's new headquarters, a modern hub featuring STEM labs, art spaces and a youth hub to enhance innovation and learning. Injaz Bahrain aims to reach 300,000 students annually by 2028, continuing its mission to inspire leadership, entrepreneurship and financial literacy among Bahrain's youth. The Ministry of Works signed an agreement with the Singapore Cooperation Foundation, which specialises in smart solutions and traffic management, to develop a comprehensive plan for assessing and analysing traffic congestion in Bahrain and to create a strategy to mitigate it. The agreement aims to develop an integrated traffic plan in cooperation with relevant authorities, contributing to improving the efficiency of the transportation network and supporting the goals of sustainable urban development. The Undersecretary of the Ministry of Works, Engineer Sheikh Mashal bin Mohammed Al Khalifa, affirmed that the agreement comes within the framework of the Ministry's efforts to enhance the efficiency of the transportation network and keep pace with urban expansion and population growth in Bahrain. He explained that the action plan will focus on analysing current traffic data, evaluating the performance of the road network and developing practical recommendations that can be implemented in the short, medium and long term. He emphasised that the Ministry seeks